Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation and a very happy new year. It's top 10 season for action figure reviewers, and so today I'm going to count down my picks for my top 10 favorite Marvel Legends of 2021. There were probably over 100 Marvel Legends figures last year, and there's no way that I could have possibly reviewed them all, so if you don't see any of your favorites on the list, it could be that I just haven't gotten around to it yet, or it just isn't something that really clicked on my radar. Either way, I hope you'll share some of your picks in the comments. And now, without further ado, here's my top 10 picks for 2021. Number 10. The Hasbro PulseCon exclusive animated series Venom. This has been a very divisive figure amongst fans who would have rather had a simple black and white one, but they went for the red and blue cell shading, and I absolutely dig it. It creates a version of the character that we never got in plastic form, and might just be my favorite body buck ever used for that character. Number 9. Ultron from the Marvel Legends Ursa Major Wave. One of my biggest regrets for the channel is that I never got around to reviewing this. I had a huge episode planned for it, but little by little it kept getting pushed back until it just kind of felt like it was too late. 2021 was absolutely the Marvel Legend year of the villain, and this one did not disappoint. He's a bit low on this list just because there were other villains I liked more, and even other figures from this specific wave I liked more, but more on that when we get there. Number 8. Colossus from Age of Apocalypse Series 2. Just like Ultron, I was actually working on a video for this one, but then I had terrible technical difficulties and it kinda got sidetracked. I do want to finish that video though because it's an incredible wave, and this figure in particular. I do rank him a little bit low because the harness keeps falling off and the shoulder pad keeps falling out of place, but once you've got him posed, Colossus is a colossal masterpiece. Number 7 is a three-way tie. Tigra, Shriek, and Lady Deathstrike. These are three of my favorite Lady Legends of the year, and they all have something very special in common. New, updated articulation. Lady Deathstrike has bicep swivel, but Tigra and Shriek have pinless double-jointed elbows, and all three of them have pinless double-jointed knees. All three of them have some strengths and weaknesses, so it was really hard to pick just one. Tigra, for example, is way too orange. Shriek suffers from painted-on detail instead of sculpted on, and Lady Deathstrike was just a little bit too lightly packed. Either way, they represent incredible new steps forward for Marvel Legends, and I can't wait to see where some of these does go moving forward. Number 6. Modular Iron Man from the Ursa Major Wave. Like always, there were several Iron Man figures this year, but the modular suit is probably the one I have been waiting for the longest. I particularly appreciate a lot of the new advancements, such as the pinless joints and the hinges to the blast hands. An unmasked mullet version of Tony Stark would have set the whole thing off, but for what it is, it's everything I could have possibly wanted. Number 5. The Armadillo Wave Gamerverse Miles Morales. I really appreciated the GameStop exclusive because it gave us a cloaked version of Miles, which we haven't gotten yet in action figure form. That said, if you can only ever own one Miles Morales, this is the one. It really is like he stepped out of a game and into real life. Not only that, but it has all the accessories you could possibly need. The only thing that holds it back is limited shoulder articulation. Otherwise, it's the ultimate action figure of Ultimate Spider-Man. Number 4. Surtur from the Infinity Saga Collection. Similar to Miles, Surtur also suffered from arm articulation, and he also could have probably had a little bit more paint detailing on the back, but this is a hulking behemoth of a figure and really draws your eye on the shelf. Number 3. MODOK. He's big and goofy and silly and probably 1,000 times cheaper than the original Toy Biz Build-A-Figure version. He also gets extra props for not being a Build-A-Figure, and is instead a nice one-and-done boxed set. Number 2. Thanos from the Infinity Gauntlet. This is my favorite look for Thanos and a figure that I've been waiting for a very long time. The Marvel Select version has served me well, but the added articulation and just overall personality of this figure perfectly captures the Mad Titan and might just be the best Marvel Legend of 2021. Before I reveal my number 1 pick, no, it's not going to be the HasLab Sentinel. I'm only picking from figures I personally own, and honestly, with so many collectors not being able to get a hold of it, even if I did have it, it just really wouldn't seem fair. That said, I do want to spotlight just a couple of honorable mentions. Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper from Marvel's What If. Truth be told, Peggy Carter isn't a character I ever really gave much thought to outside of her appearances in the Captain America movies. The What If TV series reimagined her in such a cool, compelling way that they're now even going to be bringing her into the comic. If you liked What If, Hydra Stomper complements her beautifully, but on its own, it can be a fun standalone Iron Man figure or just a big chunky mech. And my number one most favorite Marvel Legend of 2021, Stealth Iron Man. If you're a longtime viewer of my channel, you might have seen this coming, but if you're just discovering this channel because of this video, you might be kinda confused. Why on earth would Stealth Iron Man, no less a broken Stealth Iron Man, be my favorite Marvel Legend of the entire year? Mainly just because of what this figure represents. That figure broke in my hands as I was reviewing it, and I had a choice. I could have stopped the review and tried to find a new one, or I could go on and have fun. I made a bunch of silly gags, I even poked my toe for the first time in a kinda sorta rudimentary diorama, and all of those things have become hallmarks of this channel. And Stealth Iron Man himself? Well, he now appears in every single review. There's no toy that I've played with more this year, and no figure that has had more impact on this channel. Thank you so much for watching my top 10 list and also for all of your love and support throughout the year. I'm going to be looking at a lot more 2021 Marvel Legends the next month or so if there's any that I missed, I'll circle back around and include them next year. And don't forget to tell me about your list in the comments. I'll be back again real soon, but until then, play nice and have fun.